Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Ken with 444 Woodworks, and today we're going to rock this hollowed out egg form with some embellishments. Let's do it. Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for stopping by. I hope this video finds you well and being creative as usual. We start out this piece between centers, just basically making our egg shape. From there we'll split it apart, hollow it out, and get a little deeper into it. Once we get our egg form shaped and parted in two, it's time to hollow out each side. I'll use a couple different tools, just getting it till I get a nice smooth interior surface, and then move on to the next one. Alright, I've got to take a minute to explain this next part in the video. What you'll see me doing here really quickly is making different centers for the egg, or I guess basically inserts. My initial plan was to make it a striped pattern, and I kind of decided that I wanted to end up coloring the egg And as I color it and then I add the embellishments of the glitter later in the video, this all goes away. So I just went really fast this part of the video. I still wanted to show it since I did it, because otherwise people will be wondering why these random stripes are there. But I kind of ended up not really keeping that, but it is there within the egg. You just can't really see it. Once I get these centers added to the egg, which are mahogany and oak, just for the record, I start the coloring process. I use the Hampshire Sheen intrinsic dyes. They're a water-based dye. They work really well. And basically how it works is you put on darkest color first, add the next lightest, then the next lightest, and you'll see me sand them back. So once they're dry, I sand them back with the highest grit used, which I do believe was 400 here. And then I go and I add a second and even a third coat in some instances. And basically what that does is deepen the color. Again, these work really well. If you haven't tried them, I highly encourage giving them a shot. They're a great product. Once our egg shape is colored, it's time to part it off. I start by using a bowl gouge to get it close, and then bring in a flush cut saw just to get the rest of it off. From there, I'll install a Jacob's chuck into the headstock part of the lathe with a sanding pad and get it shaped down to final form. When we have our piece sanded and shaped, it's time to finish the coloring process. I follow the same process as earlier, obviously in a much smaller format, starting with the darkest color going to the lightest, just to finish off the ends of either side of the egg form. For the second part of the embellishment on our egg form, I thought it'd be cool to have the piece painted on the inside completely black. So what you see here is me grabbing some acrylic paint and a small paintbrush and just painting the inside. I had some initial concerns about how it would work as I closed it and whether it would come apart, things like that, whether it would scuff the paint off, but it really hasn't. I've opened and closed it probably 100 times at this point and it's still held up really well, so I'm really happy with this part of the process. Once I get it painted, you will see me adding some glitter on the inside of the piece. Alright, for the next part of the process, I added the glitter to the inside of the piece. What I did first was use some spray lacquer, it's a Deft product, and that made the piece kind of tacky, and then I added the glitter on. That did hold the glitter up to some extent, but it didn't hold it as well as I hoped it would. So then what I moved on to doing was actually using some spray adhesive and then adding the glitter, and that held everything in real well. After that was dry, I did add the spray lacquer back on top of it, which sealed everything in and worked perfectly. Alright, here's our finished egg form. It's about 4.5 inches tall and about 2.5 inches wide. I did turn a small stand, which I did not record the process for, but it was really simple, just made out of walnut. I just wanted something so that the egg would stand upright. I do really appreciate you guys checking out this video and all of my work. If you want to see more, please go to my website, 444woodworks.com. And until next time, keep those shavings flying.